All right, we are trying the new camera for driving around. I want to know what y'all think. There's a really cool feature on here, and this thing is like at an odd angle attached to my dashboard, but the gimbal is movable, so I can move things up and down. It's really cool. And here's the other thing. Let's say I want to talk to you directly. I just push this button and it automatically tracks my face and adjusts it so you're looking right at me. I didn't have to do anything other than tap a button. It turned around and said, "Where's Rob's face?" And it got it. And it's automatically connected to my Bluetooth microphone. So I'm hoping that the the sound quality is good. We'll see when we get back in. But we are making our way to my chiropractor appointment this morning. And it's at 8:15. It's 8:05 right now, but just a few minutes ago I was working on getting a video out, and I looked up at the clock in the kitchen and it said 8:30. I missed my appointment. What the heck? Pardon me. Then well, we'll see if we can edit that out. So, where was I? I looked at my watch and it was 7:55, and I realized, I knocked over the clock last night, and usually, because it's got a little battery in it, it keeps everything connected even though it comes unplugged, but I guess it didn't this time. So right after I get through the gate here, I'm going to switch back to Street View, and let me know what you think of the Street View. Is this better than things have been in the past, or the same, or what? Okay, I'm going to switch. There's the gate opening. Here we go. I noticed the gimbal turns a little bit from right to left when I'm making a turn, and I'm trying to decide, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Should it always just be dead ahead, or should the gimbal be moving? I think there's a setting where I can just, I don't think I want to freeze the gimbal. I don't know. You guys just tell me how you feel about this footage. And I can only see a pretty small image. It's about a 1-inch screen, and I'm pretty far away from it. But from here, it's looking pretty good. You know how much I love these driving around and talking stuff, and this'll bring a whole new dimension to it, because I know I've had that program that has a picture-in-picture, and it's got sort of a little me in the corner in the road, and that's nice, but I think this is even nicer. So, if I want to talk about something serious, I can just tap that, it turns around, it tracks me, says, "There you are," and I can talk to you while I'm driving, and I'm not distracted by anything. I'm doing nothing but looking straight ahead, and that's going to appear to you pretty much looking straight in the camera, because the camera's little tiny. It does not really block anything of significance on the road. So this may be my new thing for driving. The other bonus with this, and I'm going to test it with clients, is there's a webcam mode. When you connect it by a USB-C to your computer, it gives you an option. It becomes a webcam, and apparently it's a very high quality webcam. And this thing's small enough so you can put it right in front of your screen, and it's not going to really block your view of the person that you're talking to, but it's going to appear to the person you're talking to, you're looking right at them and giving them eye contact, which is it's a really important thing. If you really want to have really good conversations with people online, like especially one-on-one, is good to have a camera that you either have to discipline yourself to sort of ignore their picture and talk to the camera, or have the camera in front of your screen and be able to move it around in front of the person's face that you're talking to. It really makes a big difference. And doing counseling, that's pretty important. I mean, how effective would it be me talking to people about deeply personal, disturbing things to them, and I'm looking off to the side like this? It's no bueno. So I'm going to turn it around again because we're almost to the chiropractor. Now, I was thinking of doing a interview video with this chiropractor because it just, I've seen, I have to count maybe 5 or 6 chiropractors in my life, and this is the only one where I've had any kind of significant results. I mean, very significant results. So let me know in the comments, would you like to see me he'd love it. He would invite me in, and he would just, he would be very prolific in the interview. He's very enthusiastic. So let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a interview with my chiropractor. So I am back. I'm back. I've turned the camera. I'm not back. I haven't gone into the chiropractor yet. My face is back. And so a little bit more about the chiropractor. I've had lower back problems pretty much my whole life. And I can recall going to a couple of them in Dallas. And I've been to the chiropractors in several cities that had various methodologies, and none of them really seemed to make any difference, really appreciable difference. And last year I thought it was just a hip problem, because the end of last year, not this past winter, but the winter before, I had to buy a cane. My right, it felt like a nerve problem in my right leg, and really what it was if you look at x-rays on my hip, the joint on the hip has the cartilage is almost completely gone on my right hip, and it's arthritis is eating away at that. And that's probably going to necessitate a hip replacement down the road. I went to intense physical therapy. I did a specialized massage. I did yoga stretching exercises every morning, forced myself to walk, just did everything that I could think of, and nothing was working. And I happened to find, let's face it, I found this chiropractor online here. I saw I was fairly new. I said, well, I'm trying everything else. Let's just roll the dice. And keep in mind, this is all out of pocket, because I had Affordable Care Act insurance with an $8,000 deductible. So I went and I saw him, and he took a full set of x-rays, and a full set, and he showed me, he said, your hip hurts, but the problem, the cause is in your back. And he showed me from my neck, I had when he says misalignment, it's not like you look at the x-ray and go, what is he talking about there? You go, oh, that doesn't look right. And then he shows something down my mid back and my lower back. And then the big thing was, I'm facing forward in the x-ray, and one hip, my right hip, was skewed off in the wrong direction. It was not straight. And he said, then that's the big problem. And he said, give me 3 times a week for at least a month or two. And I'm like, 3 times a week, it's like $50 a pop. That's 100. I think at the time it was 40, now it's 50. But that's a lot of money out of pocket. But I said, you know, this is. I'm going to just give it a shot. I'll do it for a couple of weeks. If there's nothing happening, I'll bail. After 2 weeks, I'm going to say I noticed a significant difference after a week. But after 2 weeks, all doubts had been removed. And I probably saw him for about 6 weeks, and then I headed to New Mexico, maybe 8 weeks. Headed to New Mexico for the summer, and Quartzsite for the winter, and all that severe pain that caused me to be on a cane never returned. That pain never returned. However, I was stiff and increasingly stiff in Quartzsite. People would say to me, Rob, when I see you walking, you look like you're in pain. I said, oh, I'm just stiff and I'm not really in pain. So I came back, he redid the x-rays, put them side by side and said, look, this looks better. Look how much your hip is rotated back, but you're not rotated back completely. We need to keep doing it. So 3 times a week, we kept doing it. And I had my doubts. I felt a little less, but my friend Marlo came by to see me, who'd been with me all winter, and he was like really surprised. He said, man, you are moving so much better. So anyway, I'm going to go in. It's going to be 8:16. I'm going to be a minute late, and I don't want to be late. I'm going to end the video here, and this is just for the purpose of testing the camera, and I just want to get some feedback. I don't expect a lot of views on this. It's not very exciting, but if you can give me your feedback on how you think this camera works with me driving and talking, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Well, I am out of the chiropractor. I know I ended the video when I got here, but I'm so excited about this little camera. I thought I'd go a little bit more. It really is pretty remarkable how small it is, the high quality, and how versatile it is with this gimbal, where it just kind of rotates stuff back and forth and up and down, and it follows me when I'm in the picture, or it can. So let me just show you. I'm going to stop here for a second. It's not that useful in the car, but check this out. I can go over here. If Dottie were here, if I put my head here, you'd see Dottie. Or I'd go this way. It just follows me. It keeps me in frame. You know, the camera's on a gimbal, which is a little motor. The other thing is it shows right on this little screen that I'm looking on. It shows how I'm framed up, but it also shows a green line that bounces that shows my audio level. So I can rest assured when I'm talking that I'm getting good audio. This is really, really pretty cool stuff. I think I can do a little better with the mount. I ran out of these little GoPro mounts. There's an adapter, I can use a GoPro mount. That's what I'm using now. And the mount is like too forward on the dash. It needs to be back here. And I'm out of them. I need to order some new ones. I've got like one here, but the sticky's no good anymore on it. So I ordered some new stickies and a couple of more mounts, so I never run out. So we can dial this in. I wonder, can you hear that siren? Ambulance going by. Let's switch to the front. I just tap that little button there, and boom, we are facing forward. Now you can do that with the iPhone, but it just switches to a different one. It changes from the back lens to the front lens. This uses the exact same lens, so it's the exact same quality. And when I have the iPhone up in the dash, it's bulky and it blocks a little bit of the view. I suspect that in some states it blocks enough of the view where I might get a citation for it, for having a blocked view. But this, I sincerely doubt it. Here we are coming up on the Saddle West Casino. Now, when I first came to Pahrump this year and I was kind of doing a tour, I was raving about their, prime rib dinner. It's $20 or $22, I forget what, on Saturday nights. And Judy and I went a few weeks ago, and it was not that great this time. And I think the better bet is Terrible's Roadhouse. I think it's less money. It's less than $20 for their prime rib. So I'd sure like to try that. The meal that Judy and I had there was just superb. I'll try to remember to put it at the end, one of the videos you can click on to check out that meal. Judy had the fish special on Friday night, and I think the special was $7 for the fish dish, and then she wanted the salad bar. It was another $3. So her meal cost $10. And I had the ribs, and the ribs were, I don't know, they were $15 maybe. Seriously, I'm just guessing. But the ribs were really, really good, and I got 3 meals out of that rack of ribs. Just, they're slow cooking it, good sauce. I'm not a Texan anymore. I can't claim I'm a Texan. I haven't lived there in a long time, so I can't say that I'm an expert. But it was pretty good. And this place in front of us, the Pahrump Nugget, they have a steakhouse. And I've never been there because it's like, they're $50 steaks, let's just say, in the 40s and low 50 steaks, and that's just too rich for my blood. But when Marlo came here, he insisted. He said, I want a nice steak. It's on me. We're going to go. And so I said, okay, we'll go. And we went to this place. Let me tell you, both of us said, and I think this was meaningful coming from both of us, we had the same steak, New York strip, and we both said, you know what? This is the best steak I think I've ever had. And back in my business days, I was going to places like Ruth Chris, these really high-end steak houses, and I've had great steaks, but this was incredible. And I think, because I think we had one appetizer and really no drinks or anything. So we kept it to a minimum. So it was $100 before tip. Like if I recall, it was like $102 before tip. So, it's clearly for a special occasion only. But it was awesome. Awesome. And I had read someplace it was what did I read? It was one of the best steakhouses, top steakhouses in Nevada. And I was a little surprised to see that. People, companies make claims all the time that aren't necessarily true. But I said, there's a lot of kick-ass steakhouses, very high-end steakhouses in Las Vegas. So to make that claim, I think one of the best investments Preferred RV Resort has made over the years are these trees, these gorgeous, huge trees. I mean, they've got to irrigate them. They're not going to survive naturally in this environment, but they do a good job. They irrigate them. They're big trees, palm trees, all kinds of different trees, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's really, really cool. So I can't remember whether I mentioned it on the last video, but Dave and Regina are still coming. And again, if you're not watching all the videos, Dave and Regina are my very good friends from Dallas, and they have a Class A, and they're on a long trip, and they were going to come by and visit, and they were going to come today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, but they had a little mechanical trouble that thank goodness they got fixed. They're working on that now, so they're going to come Saturday and Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday night instead. So we'll still get to see them. We'll still do a video. To their utter joy, I'm going to put them on video, and I'm going to say, tell all the Rob stories you want to tell, and Regina will do so. Well, both Regina and David will do so with glee. Oh, so let's go back around to me. Oh, what happened here? It did not track me this time. I wonder if that's because there's sun in the way. Let's try that again when we get the sun blocked here. No face detected. How about now? There, it found me. I had just let it, I didn't tighten the thing, and it was too far forward. All that'll be solved when I get the new sticky things in to have a more reasonable, better mount there. But I am back, and I'm going to continue to do videos with this new camera because I'm so excited about it. Also, I got this really powerful suction cup thing in Red. You can put this on the outside of your car and put the camera on the outside of your car and do some pretty interesting shots, and we'll see if I have the nerve to do that. I did get the 2-year protection for $55, and also I bought screen protectors for both the lens and the display screen, so those are on. So I'm taking the precautions. We're going to upload this video, and we're going to put it on there, and we're going to end by thanking you for your time watching my videos. Thank you. Take care.